Hi you guys, thank you so much for clicking. Today we starting out day one of a week's worth of content during this quarantine. So we're starting off with this flawless foundation routine, honey. Starting off with the base, I'm going to use the new Bobbi Brown. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'm using it like as a moisturizer, as a starter, prepping the skin first, and then we're going to move to brows. So lately, girl, I don't really be feeling like doing too much for my brows. So I've been grabbing the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. This is in the shade 4.5, and I literally just take my hand and I lift the brow, and I just fill it in real quick, straight like that. I like to do a few flicks up, brush it through, and it just makes it really simple. And of course, we're going to go in with concealer and clean it up, and that's what's going to give us that snatched look. But I've been keeping it really simple because I don't feel like spending a lot of time on my brows. If you guys do want a full-blown brow tutorial, comment down below and let me know. But this one is a quick way to get your brows snatched really quickly. And then I like to give them like a little feathered brow look. So we're going to use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter and comb them up, get them nice and tamed. And I love this look. So yeah, if you try out this brow routine, let me know, because I love all of these Benefit products. Y'all know Benefit does it when it comes to the brows, period. Moving on to eyes, I'm prepping the eyes using the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 330, the same concealer we use to carve out the brows. Gonna pat that in with a blending brush, and then I'm just gonna set it with my face powder because we're not doing too much on the eyes. Today I just wanted like a snatched, flawless base. So we're gonna have a lot of steps for the foundation. I'm just tell y'all now. That's why the video was a little bit long, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm doing a few new things. But anyway, here are the eyes. Using the BH Cosmetics It's My Rare palette. I pulled this out again because this used to be one of my favorites, girl. And I'm like, let me use this. So I'm just using that nice transition shade. I'm really plopping that, not doing anything fancy. As you can see, my hand is really close to the base of the brush because I'm just trying to apply as much color as I can, as quick as possible. I'm not doing too much blending. We don't have time for all of that today. Then I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bone shade from the palette with my finger. And it's going to give us like a little natural matte look. That's what I was going for here. Not too much, like I keep saying not too much, but y'all get it. Now we're going to go ahead and give us a nice wing liner using the NYX Matte Black Liquid Liner. This is one of the only liners that I pretty much use. I should probably try another one. If you guys got a favorite, comment down below and let me know. But this one always comes through, and it's like literally like $5. You know, and if it ain't broke, girl, I don't be trying to fix it too hard. You feel me? Especially if it's going to cost more money. But yes, just going to go ahead and draw us on a nice, small, polite, dainty little wing, girl. We don't want to do too much, especially with my small eyes and hooded eyes. You know, can't do too much of a wing. Now let's move on to the skin, girl. Starting off with my favorite primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I kind of put too much. I ain't have to, you know, do all that. But you usually just need about one pump. Go ahead and, you know, rub it together in your hands and just apply. I'm applying this everywhere. I like to make sure to get it on my forehead for the lines when you lift your brows, as well as smile lines. And then for foundation, I mean, you guessed it, period. It's the Juvias Place, and then I'm going to mix in the Fenty Beauty. Make sure you check the description box for all the shade names and all of that, all the references. But this mixture is my go-to. It always gives me a very flawless base. I blend it out with the brush, and then I also go in with the sponge. But you want to start off with a brush, in my opinion, because it presses the foundation into the skin, and it really just spreads it out. And you can finish off with the brush, but when you go on with the sponge, it picks up the excess and it makes it a little bit more flawless. So I really love to do the combination of both, a brush and a sponge. It sounds like it's a lot maybe to some people, but it's really not. You know, now we switching over to the sponge and just bounce that into the skin. And then I'm spraying my face with a little bit of Morphe setting spray. So that's also another tip. Usually a lot of times when I'm doing my foundation or my concealer, I spray in the middle of it because it helps it blend. It helps it sits into the skin, melts into the skin. Honestly, I feel like it's a big part of the makeup being flawless. Then I took a break here and I'm just applying my lashes. These are the Miami Flare from Lilly Lashes. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty concealer. This has also been my go-to. Y'all know I'm gonna start switching stuff up. But I was going somewhere this day and I'm like, let me just serve up a snatch because I was gonna be seeing a lot of people today. Okay, listen, this was before the lockdown. So the Fenty Beauty in the shade 330, and now I'm taking the Juvias in the shade 16. The Juvias is gonna give us that brightness. As you can see, it's a little bit brighter than the Fenty Beauty concealer. These two concealers together really work well. The formulas are very different, but they actually blend out really good together. And then, girl, we're grabbing us a contour stick from Black Opal. Well, it's a foundation stick. I'm using it for contour. And applying this around my forehead, you know, in the contours of the cheek and along the jawline because we're going for a snatch, okay? Period. Definitely would recommend the Black Opal sticks for cream contour and for foundation. I love them for cream contour for sure. They have so many shades. You can find you a contour stick from Black Opal for sure. Blending that out with a little Morphe brush, nice fluffy brush, and I'm going in circular motions. And I usually start off with my jawline. Like, we don't need the cream contour to sit too much. We just needed to apply some color there so we can, you know, start to get some dimension to the face. So that's why I start out with the contour first. That way, the concealer is sitting under the eyes and drying down just a little bit. And it's going to give us more coverage that way. Because the Juvias Place concealer is really, really wet. So it can afford to sit there and dry down just a little bit. And so can the Fenty. So I like doing it this way. And now we're just going to blend that out. As you can see how full coverage it is on my chin. Love to blend it out with the top of the sponge. And I flip it around to where we use the foundation and blend it out some more. Taking the excess and carving out the contour. So it's just about knowing what you trying to achieve. I knew this day I wanted to be snatched. So you don't have to always put concealer under your contour. When you do that though, and when you put concealer and powder under that contour, it's going to give you a really snatched look. It's going to give you like, I slayed my face today, you know, and I'm going for it. I'm made up. That's the look it's going to give, you know, and that's what I was going for this day. I'm going to let it show me blending because that's one of my favorite pieces. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Put a little bit of music in the background and let's go. I wanted to cream contour the nose just a little bit because I do feel like it makes a difference. Sometimes I'm a little scared to do this, but you know, I'm like, let me give me a little bit of cream contour going on this nose. So I just put a little bit and just blended that out really simply. Okay, moving on to a major step to a flawless face. This Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Powder. I learned this trick from Makeup Shayla. I tried it out, girl, and it is the bomb. So I'm taking the shade Y365, I believe. And I'm using the same sponge. We've been using the same sponge, okay? And I'm picking it up and applying it under my eyes first before I set it with the translucent powder, okay? And it gives you a really, really flawless, smooth look to the concealer for sure. I do think it'd probably be really nice if you put it all over your face. I haven't tried that yet. I've just been doing under the eyes and it's been working out really, really nicely. I don't know if you can see the difference from when when it wasn't set to now. And now I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm only using a little bit because the goal here is to just lock it all in place and set it and then add a little bit of brightness. And then, like I mentioned, I was going out this day, so I wanted to go ahead and set my entire face with the Laura Mercier. I don't do this that often. When I do, it's because I'm trying to have that beat stay on. Do you hear me? Like for 12 hours plus. So I'm just taking the foundation end of the sponge and packing that on everywhere that I haven't set yet. And then I buffed that out with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. Y'all knew we was going to use the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. Have I ever posted a video and not used that damn powder? Probably not. So we still using it. You know, it's just double powdering. And honestly, powders are what gives us a flawless face, a flawless finish. It's what smooths us out. And it's what be having us looking snatched, to be honest. Now, just bringing the eyes together. I love this shade in the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. It really gives a nice contour for my skin tone for the nose. So I'm just bringing that together with the nose and the eyes and just bringing everything together because we're almost done here. We're almost done with the snatch, period. Then we're going to go ahead and set the cream contour. I've been loving to just tap in my bronzer, tap, 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 tap. I've been noticing that a lot of professional makeup artists do this motion, tap, 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 and you know, I do makeup, so I'm trying to get my techniques together, see what I like the best. I've been doing a lot of trial and error on myself, not even on camera, but I've been loving the tap. That's how you getting it nice and flawless, especially when you already have done a cream contour. It really looks good in photos. Now we're moving on to blush. This is the Juvias Place Saharan 2 palette. Girl, this dang on palette so dang on pigmented. You have to just tap. Do not grab a lot of this stuff because you be looking like a clown. I've been loving blush lately, as you guys know. So I packed that on, and now I'm spraying my face with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, which is just, oof, one of my favorites. I love it. Love it, love it. So here's another thing that I'm excited to show you guys. This is P. Louise time, Mama Milchu. If y'all follow him, y'all know he be snapping on IG. This is a base, and it's different from the regular P. Louise base. It's not water base. You know, it's not a water-based base, if that makes sense. So it does really good in the waterline. I always struggle with pencils in my waterline. It be burning, girl. So I seen him use this in the waterline, and he said it does not move. When I tell you it was there all night, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. They are selling it at Morphe stores. So I really love it. It's in the shade of Blank Canvas. And okay, I just did a whole lot. I just really just added some primer to my lower lash line, and now we're adding some highlighter. But yes, you guys, check out that base if you like stuff in your waterline. I'm going to start using gel in my waterline and see if that works better for me because my eyes always burn with pencils. You guys know I love the Dose of Color highlighters. These are my go-to. I have them in like 3 different shades. This is for my kit. I use these on everybody. Favorite formula. And then I'm plopping some of that in the tear duct because you got to have some highlight in the tear duct. You know, it just wouldn't be right. Wouldn't be right. And applying some Lower Lash Line mascara. This is the MAC mascara. I use this every time. Have you guys tried the Anastasia mascara? Anybody? Comment down below. Let me know. Is it worth picking up? Should I be out to get it or what, y'all? Now for a really poppy lip. I'm starting out with ColourPop Frenchie lip liner. And I'm going to put this all over my lips. And then we're going to use a liquid lipstick today from Dose of Colors. We're using a good amount of Dose of Colors today in the shade Strawberry Pop. And you see how much the liner and the liquid lipstick matches. I do that just so the lip can last longer. You know, I don't really like to touch up. Let me just say that now. I don't do the touch up. I do my face and I don't be going to the bathroom touching up no powder. I don't have no time for all that. So I like to apply my makeup so it can last all day. And I don't need to touch up, to be honest. And you guys, this is truly the final look. This is a true slay. I feel like this is probably one of the most made up I've probably ever looked on YouTube. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Because, you know, I do slays, but it's usually really natural. Because that's just my style. But I felt like this was a nice glammed up, and I really love the execution of all of this. So if you guys try this out, let me know. Let me know if you try any new techniques. And be sure to comment down below and talk to each other. I hope you guys are doing good during this quarantine. Hope your family is doing good. Stay tuned because there will be another video tomorrow. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. And the emoji to comment down below. Let's do a pink heart because we want to show love during this time. And I'll see you later.